Dear students, welcome to this digital lecture series. Today we are going to see the topic of half-life and average life of a radioactive nuclei in nuclear physics. So, first we will deal with half-life period. It is denoted by capital T. Half-life period of a radioactive element is defined as the average time in which half of the total number of radioactive nuclei disintegrate or decay. So whatever is the number of nuclei at time t is equal to 0, that is the initial time, then the time required for half of these nuclei to disintegrate or decay, it is called half-life period. It is generally denoted by capital T, and in some books it is represented by T suffix half as shown in this particular slide. Now by the law of radioactive decay, we have seen that the total number of nuclei present at any instant of time t, if it is represented by n, capital N, then n is equal to n0 into e raised to the power minus lambda into t. Here n is the total number of radioactive nuclei at any instant of time t. n0 is the total number of radioactive nuclei at the initial time, that is at time t is equal to 0, and lambda is the decay constant. So at half-life period, that is capital T, half of the total number of nuclei have decayed or disintegrated. Therefore only half, that is n0 divided by 2 number of nuclei will remain after half-life period T. So at time t is equal to capital T, which is equal to half-life, the total number of nuclei that remains undecayed is given by n is equal to n0 divided by 2. So if we put it in the equation number 1, that is law of radioactive decay, then we get an expression n0 divided by 2 is equal to n0 e raised to the power minus lambda into capital T. Now remember that capital T here is half-life period of that radioactive nuclei. So now this implies, if I cancel n0 on both the sides, it implies 1 by 2 is equal to e raised to the power minus lambda into capital T. I can write this equation as 2 is equal to e raised to the power lambda into T. Now taking log of equation 2 on both the sides, we get log to the base e of 2, that is equal to lambda into T. Now if I want to convert it into base 10, I will multiply it by a constant factor 2.303. So I get equation 3, which reads that 2.303 into log 2 to the base 10, this is equal to lambda into T. But we know that log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010. And if I substitute this value in equation number 3, I get 2.303 into 0.3010 is equal to lambda into capital T. Now the left hand side reduces to 0.693 is equal to lambda into T, and therefore I can write half-life period is equal to 0.693 divided by lambda. This is our equation 4. Equation 4 is the expression for half-life period of a radioactive nuclei. Next we see what is the average life or mean life. It is denoted by tau, the Greek letter tau. Let n0 be the total number of nuclei at initial time t is equal to 0 at the beginning. Let n be the total number of nuclei at any time t, at any instant of time t. Now, in the time, small increment in time del dt, if we consider a small increment in time dt, let dn number of nuclei disintegrate or decay. Then see, at time t, total number of nuclei present were dn. After a small increment in the time dt, means the time has now increased by t plus dt, dn number of nuclei have disintegrated. Means these dn number of nuclei can be supposed to have a life period of t. Why? Up to time t they were existing. Now if a small time increases by dt, then this dn number of nuclei are lost. They have decayed or disintegrated. Then we can say that this dn number of nuclei, they had a life period of t, small t. Now, if I want to find the total time of all these dn nuclei, what I will be doing? I will take the number of nuclei, in this case it is dn, and the time period of each nuclei, and I will multiply it. So therefore, total time of dn nuclei, it is equal to time period of each nuclei, that is t, multiplied by total number of nuclei which has the time period t. So total time of dn nuclei is equal to t into dn. This is our equation 5. The total time of decay of all the n0 nuclei which we had at the beginning, it can be obtained by integrating the equation 5. Integrating equation 5 between the limits 0 to infinity. And therefore the total time of decay of all the n0 nuclei, it is equal to integration 0 to infinity t dot dn. This is our equation 6. Now we have the total time of decay of all the nucleus. If I want to find the average or mean life of these nuclei, which is denoted by tau, then it should be equal to what? It should be equal to the ratio total time of decay of all the n0 nuclei divided by the total number of nuclei. So average life is equal to total time of all the n0 nuclei divided by total number of nuclei. Now if I use equation 6 and 7, I get the average life tau is equal to integration 0 to infinity t dot dn. This gives me total time of decay of all the n0 nuclei divided by total number of nuclei. Initially we had n0. So tau is equal to integration 0 to infinity t dot dn divided by n0. This is our equation 8. Now since dn number of nuclei have decreased with the time, means as the time increases, the number of nuclei have decreased. Therefore, we have to put a negative sign in our equation 8, and therefore equation 8 becomes average time tau is equal to minus integration 0 to infinity t dot dn divided by n0. Just remember, the minus sign indicates that as the time increases, the total number of radioactive nuclei decreases. But we know that minus dn upon dt, this is equal to lambda n. This is our law of radioactive decay. So dn is equal to minus lambda into capital N dt. Put this in equation number 9 and we get average time tau is equal to minus integration 0 to infinity t in bracket minus lambda into n dt divided by n0. I have substituted the value of dn. So tau is equal to integration 0 to infinity t into lambda into n dt divided by n0. This is our equation 10. But we know that n is equal to n0 e raised to the power minus lambda into t. Substitute the value for n in equation 10. Therefore, we get an expression average life tau is equal to integration 0 to infinity t lambda n0 e raised to the power minus lambda t dt divided by n0. Now therefore the average or mean life, it is equal to tau is equal to integration 0 to infinity t lambda e raised to the power minus lambda into t dt. Tau is equal to lambda integration 0 to infinity t e raised to the power minus lambda into t dt. Now we have to solve this equation. Now I am using this rule in mathematics, this rule for integration, that integration u v dx, u and v are two different function of x. Integration u into v dx is equal to u integration of v dx minus integration of derivative of u with respect to x into integration of v dx and finally a dx. This is the Liat rule of integration. So if I use this particular rule, then I get average time tau is equal to lambda outside the bracket. First function here will be t and the second function will be e raised to the power minus lambda into t. So by using this rule, I get tau is equal to lambda in bracket t first function t into integration of second function. So t integration 0 to infinity e raised to the power minus lambda into t dt minus integration 0 to infinity derivative of first function, so dt upon dt into integration of 0 to infinity e raised to the power minus lambda into t dt, and the whole thing is enclosed in a bracket, and one more, there is a variable dt. So if I solve this particular equation, I get t is equal to, I get tau is equal to lambda. See, first function t integration of e raised to the power minus lambda t will be e raised to the power minus lambda into t divided by minus lambda minus integration of derivative of first function dt upon dt is 1 and integration is e raised to the power minus lambda t and in denominator minus lambda dt. Once again I am going to solve this bracket. So tau is equal to lambda t e raised to the power minus lambda into t divided by minus lambda plus this minus and this minus become plus 1 by lambda integration 0 to infinity e raised to the power minus lambda into t dt. So finally, if I solve this equation, I get average life or mean life tau is equal to lambda, and in bracket t e raised to the power minus lambda into t divided by minus lambda plus 1 by lambda e raised to the power minus lambda into t divided by minus lambda, and the limits in this case lower limit is 0 and upper limit is infinity. Now I am taking out minus lambda common from this, and so therefore I get tau is equal to lambda upon minus lambda t e raised to the power minus lambda into t plus 1 by lambda e raised to the power minus lambda into t, and the limits are from 0 to infinity. Now I will put the limits. If I put these limits here, then what do I get? Tau is equal to, first upper limit is infinity. So the first term will be infinity e raised to the power minus infinity plus 1 by lambda e raised to the power minus infinity minus the lower limit 0 e raised to the power 0 plus 1 by lambda e raised to the power minus 0. But e raised to the power minus infinity, this will be equal to 1 by infinity, and that is equal to 0. And e raised to the power 0, this is equal to e raised to the power minus 0, and that is equal to 1. Anything raised to the power 0, it is equal to 1. So finally I get, if you observe this bracket, every term in this will be 0 except the last term 1 by lambda e raised to the power minus 0. Only that term remains here. So I get average life or mean life is given by tau is equal to 1 by lambda. This is our equation 12. Thus, average or mean life of a radioactive nuclei, it is equal to the reciprocal of the decay constant lambda of that particular element. Now we have half-life of a radioactive nuclei. It is given by equation 4 as half-life T is equal to 0.693 divided by lambda. The average life or mean life of a radioactive nuclei is given by equation 12. Tau is equal to 1 by lambda. So if I use this equation 4 and 12, then I can write half-life T, capital T, is equal to 0.693 into tau. I am substituting 1 by lambda by tau. So half-life period is equal to 0.693 into mean life period. This is an important relation between half-life and average life. And what do we observe from equation 13? That half-life is always less than the average or the mean life of a radioactive element. Next is the decay constant. Here we have seen that by law of radioactive decay, minus dn upon dt is equal to lambda into n. So lambda is equal to ratio of minus dn upon dt upon n. Now what is here minus dn upon dt? It is the rate of radioactive disintegration or decay, because dn upon dt. So it gives the rate at which the radioactive nuclei disintegrate or decays. Therefore, minus dn upon dt represents rate of radioactive disintegration or decay. And n is the total number of radioactive nuclei present at that instant of time. So from this, we can make a definition that decay constant of a radioactive nuclei, it is defined as the ratio of rate of radioactive disintegrations or decay that is minus dn upon dt. 2. The total number of nuclei n, capital N, present at that instant of time t. So this is about the radio decay constant lambda, and decay constant lambda has the unit per second. SI unit is per second. So that's all about the half-life period and the average period. Just remember that the half-life is always